The wood twists around the windows like bubbles. Bunched together, the round curving edges create an organic look out of wood and glass. The glass itself is opaque and only gives the impression of what lies beyond it, though it seems there's twinkling lights in there. As you reach for the smooth wooden knob and grip it, the door swings open as easily as boughs blowing in the breeze.
You stand in the cold rain that falls gently upon the peppermint forest and the land of sweets. The ground beneath you is getting sticky and sloughy and kind of gross. But that all pales in comparison to the horrors that you witnessed within the forest itself. The snowflakes, normally the guardians of the well of magic that the land of sweets relies on, have conglomerated into some kind of horrible monstrosity, screaming and writhing and attacking anything that comes close. You also remember a machine that seemed to be siphoning the magic itself. Something is very wrong here. And that is even doubled by the fact that, again, a gentle water rain is falling upon the land of sweets, a land not known for its rain. But you all have been standing at the edge of the forest deciding what to do. On one hand, you want to save the snowflakes, hoping that maybe showing them elements of Clara, their previous champion, will bring them back to sanity. And another part of you is really banged up because those things did a wowzer of a number on y'all.
Okay, let's move in. Try to avoid the snowflakes for now. But if we come across them, you know what to do, G.U.M.D.R.O.P, right?
Yeah, you're talking about this tomorrow, right?
Do you guys want to come back tomorrow? What if we lose whatever was in here?
If you say so. I don't know how much more I can do.
If you want to go, I'll go.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Cedar?
Cedar takes a moment to, assess everyone around her and is, really trying to take in how happy or unhappy everyone looks. Is it possible to, roll perception on sort of everyone as a whole?
That would be an insight more than perception.
Insight? All right.
I'm going to just give a description. G.U.M.D.R.O.P can't look tired because of how he's baked, but...
I'm just imagining that, the way that damage works for G.U.M.D.R.O.P is that, his frosting is smeared and, he's missing, a G.U.M.D.R.O.P
there's,
button.
some chips missing.
Yeah. He's got, some, cracks, he's overbaked. So Cedar's rolling insight on everybody except G.U.M.D.R.O.P, whose frosting is smeared. There's cracks in his cookie. He's missing a G.U.M.D.R.O.P button.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
All right, that would be enough to be able to tell sort of the state of Halley and Jack if you two want to deliver on your info.
I'm a little beat up. I look like I'm dragging just a little bit, but he's still standing straight and he's ready to go if need be.
Halley is telling Jack that she's ready to go and she'll go back into the woods. Halley is standing with her head below chest level. The rain is hitting her fur and just drenching her. And she is standing there like the saddest little pony at the fair who's been there for 30 years and is just needs to be let go.
Basically, everybody's kind of on their back foot.
Cedar looks around at everybody and turns to Jack and says, "Yeah, I don't want to lose this thing, but I do think that we need to rest up."
Okay. Let's head back to town.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's it. If you say so.
So you travel through the rain. The thick sugar mud of the wet powdered sugar kind of collecting and sliding into your shoes, your socks, your hoof cracks. Gum-Drop is actually fine, because it's honestly just kind of a variation of icing, and that's no different than what Gum-Drop's already got going on, so weirdly suited. You get back to the place that you've been staying, and you can tell that everybody in the town has run inside and is hiding from the rain. A lot of people seem to be desperately trying to repair their homes from the inside as the rain begins to slough off parts of the sugar that weren't as reinforced. This rain is gentle, so it fortunately doesn't look like it's going to decimate this place. But there are going to be people who are going to need to be doing some sugar patchwork. Some fondant sealant.
Hallie's gonna go up to Jack and just kind of like nudge like under his arm as they're going back into town, and then just be like, isn't this like before? Isn't this like, remember when we went to the Keeblers and the magic was bad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was affecting their homes too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think in the morning we have to figure this out, because we can't leave them like this.
No.
You all settle in for the night and fall to a rest full of fitful dreams. You see, all of you, variations of the same things. You can't get the royal of the snowflakes out of your head. You can see them and you can hear them even in your dreams. You can see the beauty of the North Pole. And then at one point, you see a mountain looming over the North Pole. Many of your memory serves that this was the mountain that the Grimchlings were living on. You remember the cliffside, where you fought the amalgamation of the horror that had been brought upon Christmas. Yet standing on that cliffside, looking out over the city of the North Pole, is a black goat, its eyes a burning, glowing red, looking out over the town. You wake to the light kind of streaming in through the sugar glass windows. The sugar glass windows being really just the fantasy version of the very real candy glass that you crash through when you are making movies. It still works the same, so they decided to use it for windows here.
All right. Or should we tell Theodore and then go, or just go?
Oh, I'm ready to go. Whatever you want to do.
I think that having the leader of the town know what's going on in their backyard is a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
That makes
sense. Jinx.
What?
Let's go find him.
You see, it doesn't take you very long to find him. As you step outside, it's fortunate that the rain has stopped, but the town is bustling in a little bit of a panic. You can see Theodore standing, leaning on his staff, sort of gesturing to various people in the towns, organizing the repair efforts. You can see his large bull moose friend by his side, and at a couple of points, he has to climb on top of the bull moose to maneuver to different places. Oh, hello, friends! I'm sorry, you seem to have caught us at a terrible time.
Oh no, what happened?
It rained last night.
We see.
Oh, yeah.
I figured one of your type would be familiar with what rain could do to sugar.
Does it do that a lot?
This is the first rain we've seen in 200 years, I think.
That's no good.
That's weird.
It's very weird. I truly do hope this was just a terrible event, but something in my fluffy core tells me that this might be a harbinger of things to come. I can feel it in my stitching, I can.
Your stuffing's right. We went into the candy cane forest yesterday, and we found the snowflakes, and they were corrupted.
Not the snowflakes. They're the guardians of the magic.
Well, something got past them and got some of the magic. We're going to go back today, but we just thought that you should know.
Allow me to come with you.
Are you sure that they don't need you here?
I'm certain they do, but they'll need me at the Peppermint Forest more.
All right.
Give me just a moment to prepare.
Okay.
He's going to climb down from the bull moose and run into a building. After a few minutes, he toddles back out. And here are the things that have changed about him. He still has his stick, but he is now wearing an old-timey explorer's helmet, a tan coat that seems to be more for, like, big game hunting, and a small pop gun rifle, the kind with a cork on a string. It's hooked over his back, and he carries his stick as he walks towards you. I am ready and equipped, folks. One moment. And he pulls on his tall black riding boots.
He looks like Paddington Bear right now.
He looks a little bit like a bear version of the main bad guy from Jumanji.
If this guy turns out to be the big bad evil, I'm gonna riot. I love this guy so much.
I know.
Making a beloved character secretly the villain? That's so awful. That doesn't sound like something I would do.
Never.
No, not even a little bit.
On the way, Jack will be like, all right, so I was thinking maybe, Halley, if you can, you take Spruce up in the air and, like, look around, and
Cedar.
the rest of us stay on the ground and sneak through, and you can kind of direct us.
Like, Jack, that's Cedar.
He bows his head.
It's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I did have one idea. I could probably get pretty close without it knowing. And then, make it so it can't scream. Like I did before.
Yeah.
You want me to do that? Or?
I thought we were going to try to avoid the snowflakes if possible.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Where are we going exactly then? I mean, isn't that what we're doing?
I think we're looking for what is causing all this.
I thought it was that machine.
No, I think the machine's just a tool. Like those nunchucks. You use them to do the hitting.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you want an aerial view of the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halley's
I
like,
can do no problem. I'm in. And you want Cedar to go? Cedar, do you want to fly? Flying's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's super cool.
All right. Halley's going to prepare to fly. Okay, question is, I know Halley pulled the sleigh, but there was some magic going on there. Is Halley's, the way that she flies, still the Pachelbel snowflake helicopter contraption that she had?
no, she has ascended to the point that she now has her own magical flying ability.
This is the best day ever.
She got her license. Oh,
She finally got her driver's license. Yeah, no, so Halley's going to get ready to fly. And you'll see she's just like doing like hopping maneuvers, starting to get ready, getting her foot all right,
Stretching.
doing like rousing her fur, stretching out. And then she's when she's done with all that, she's going to look over at Cedar and be like, "You ready?
yeah. What do I do?
Just climb up. Let's go."
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. And Cedar's going to very gently, like, try to put her leg over and hop up.
If she's going too slow, Halley's going to turn her nose and just go under Cedar's other leg and just like toss her.
Okay. All right. I'm up.
All right. And then Halley will full galloping take off.
All right, you begin to prance in the air, the soft sound of bells accompanying each hoof fall onto the sky. You prance up and soar above the peppermint forest, and you can see that the forest has partially melted into itself. And you see, very quickly and clearly, the clearing that has the crystalline pool. You look down into it and you can see the royal of the snowflakes twisting like a whirlpool above the magic itself. You can see a figure shuffling around, but it seems that you are spotted. The figure begins to finish whatever kind of shuffling and ruffling it's doing before it begins to sprint deeper into the heavier, darker parts of the woods.
Should we follow it?
I don't know, it kind of seemed like it saw us? Maybe?
Yeah, but we're faster. We're flying.
Oh. Okay, if you say so.
It'll be an adventure. And then Halley will take off.
Cedar grips Halley's fur really hard.
Halley is going to have to, in order to effectively follow this thing, duck under the canopy of the brush, like of the peppermint forest. She's going to begin chasing midair, bounding occasionally off of the trees themselves in what can only be described as magic deer parkour. Cedar is gripping for dear life, and you see the figure quickly turn as it's running. You notice 3 things. 1, it appears to be a young boy, probably no older than 5. 2, he seems to be covered in some kind of dirt that you can tell. His clothing is torn and ragged, and from head to toe, he's just streaked with dirt. The final thing that you notice is him disappearing in an explosion of black dust.
What the heck?
I don't know. That's pretty cool, though.
I mean, yeah. But like, how did that kid do that?
I don't know. Do you think we could learn it?
Maybe.
Should we go try to ask?
The kid, I don't know where he went.
Could yell. Well, that's probably not good. Because the snowflakes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. What? And Cedar just like looks around to make sure that nobody has followed through the woods.
Roll perception for me.
Okay.
Can I help?
I'll let you roll assist.
Sweet.
I got a 19.
Don't even need my help.
You don't. But it was nice for the thought. So you look around and you can tell that no one has followed you. But a ways down from where it looks like the boy might have started his shuffling around, you see a carving in a tree. As you approach it, looking closer, being careful to not get so close that you're noticed by the snowflakes, you notice, 1, the remains of the device on the ground is gone. You can see smears of soot and coal, but the device itself, or better yet, its pieces, are missing. Carved into a tree next to it is a strange drawing of a fat bird on top of what appears to be a tree.
Huh. Why do you think he was doing this?
Oh, okay. Maybe? Okay, so there's the, you know the whole partridge in a pear tree thing, and then there's the museum with it. Maybe he really likes the museum.
That's a good point. I did carve a partridge like just the other day.
They're good birds. I mean, I assume that's what it is, right? Because there's a tree and a bird. What other kind of birds go in trees?
Lots of birds.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind then. Now you say a thing.
A thing.
No. Like I did one and now you do one.
Oh, like why he might be carving this.
Yeah.
Because he likes to.
Makes sense. There's a tree and a bird. That's 2. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now I'll say one. I'll say one now. Okay. We're looking at it upside down and it's actually a different thing.
How do we look at it right side up?
We go upside down.
Okay. Cedar is going to like sort of do a little maneuver and do a handstand on Halley's back and try to look at this thing upside down.
It looks like the carving, but upside down.
Now it's like kind of like an arrow pointing to an upside down fat bird.
Okay, so the bird is the key.
Oh yeah, maybe the bird is what's important here and not the tree.
That makes sense because the arrow tree upside down points at the bird. Okay. So we have to find a bird.
But it's got to be a bird that's upside down.
Oh, well I
don't feel like this is right.
Okay. We could think about it more, I guess.
Yeah. Well, if the boy's not coming back, we should probably go find the others and tell him what we saw.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. You ready to fly?
Yep. And she holds on tight.
Yeah, and Halley will take off again.
Again, careful to avoid the snowflakes and getting their attention, you prance up over the canopy of the peppermint forest and rejoin your party. Jack, what have you and Gum.D.R.O.P been doing while you've been waiting?
We were trying to follow, but as soon as they ducked into the canopy, we just lost them. Gum.D.R.O.P, do you see him?
I didn't.
Okay. Theodore.
Yes.
Did you see him?
See what?
Halley and Cedar.
I saw very little, my boy. Other than your friend ascending into the sky. That was quite the sight.
When they left, Gum.D.R.O.P kind of looks at Jack and is like, "You want me to follow him or staying here?"
I was gonna try to follow him.
Okay. And he runs.
Oh no!
He's gone.
Come on, Theo. He's fast.
Oh, my little legs cannot keep up terribly well. He's like, holding his stick and like pattering behind.
So, Gum.D.R.O.P keeps up.
With Halley? That means that you will have seen the little boy and him disappearing into the cloud of soot. Then you would have seen the girls alight and then argue over the carving.
When he disappears, I want to try to figure out what that is using my knowledge of things like Shadow Step.
Okay. Roll Arcana for me, but with advantage because of your experience with Shadow Step.
Thank God, because that was a dirty 1. That's a dirty 14.
That's better. You can tell that was some kind of magic that's not allowed at the North Pole. That was definitely coal magic, which is generally considered to be the antithesis of Christmas spirit magic. You could also tell that was not cast by that boy.
So he was just running and then poofed.
Yes.
He didn't do anything to...
He did not choose to poof. The poof chose him.
Doesn't it always? I'm sticking to the shadows.
The girls don't see you. Jack, after a short period of time, you will have arrived at least where you think Gum.D.R.O.P went, and Theodore will catch up, panting little teddy bear breaths.
Gum.D.R.O.P is still at the point where the boy disappeared. Even though he saw the girls come down, he can still be there,
Yeah,
right?
he's still. There's a whole poofy black mark around one of the trees. This is going to be a little bit gross, but in a lot of Japanese horror stuff where somebody's spirited away and it's just a person-shaped outline in a hospital bed, it's kind of like that.
I mean, Gum.D.R.O.P is inspecting this, trying to investigate it and figure it out.
I thought I lost them all. What'd you find out?
2 things. 1, I don't think that Halley and Cedar are very good at figuring out carvings. 2, there was a little boy, and he's gone. He might have been made of coal.
Oh.
Or covered in it. You see all this? And he points at the outline, which is clearly a boy shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little boy, and he was running, and then he went, and he's gone. Not like I do it, Well, you haven't seen me do it. Well, I step into a shadow, and then a ways off, I step back out and go, "Hello," and then I run back over. Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Oh. Well, Kringles.
Your language, young man!
I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated.
Yeah, you can't say that. It's a bad word.
So now we can't follow him. We don't know where he went.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, I could guess. Isn't there a whole city made of this stuff?
Yeah?
Be my first thought.
How are we going to stop the bad stuff from happening here, though?
Young man, he's going. Now that he's gotten his breath back, Theodore is going to, hobble back up. If it needs to be that I am responsible for the safety of my city, if it means that you can fix the bigger problem, I can evade the problem as long as I can. I just simply cannot do it forever.
I think that might be what needs to happen. We're gonna stop this. We're gonna help your city.
I would be very obliged, young man.
I just gotta find my other 2 friends. Start looking towards the sky.
You hear jingle, jingle, jingles as Halley alights through the sky.
And about the snowflakes, do you want us to give those one more shot before we go?
We will keep this area forbidden for a time. At the moment, the magic we have is the magic we have. I do not want anyone risking that. He kind of like shivers and like the little fur on it kind of stands up a little. I don't want to risk that.
Okay. Well, we do have a theory that maybe if you show them a shoe that's similar to Clara's, then maybe that'll help if you have that.
I will see what I can do.
G.U.M.D.R.O.P, show them the shoe.
Oh, yeah.
I see. We will see what we can do. But in the meantime, it sounds like you're needed elsewhere, more than here.
We'll fix this.
If Nicholas believed you can, so do I. Halley is going to come, like, skidding to a halt, bounding up to you guys, after realizing that you all had left where she left you.
I think as she's skidding to a halt here, it's the sort of tumbling, like, we saw this kid, it was this little boy, he was like 5, and then he was in the woods, and he was covered in dusty, dirty stuff, and then he went, pff, and then he was gone, and then there was like a, pff, but then we found this tree, and there was a tree on the tree, and the bird in the tree, and the tree on the bird, and the hole, and wait, hang on, no, it was just a bird in a tree.
On a tree. Yeah.
On a tree.
Yeah. Bird in a tree on a tree.
I like this.
Yep, that's exactly it, actually.
But now turn it upside down.
I do it with minor illusion. I just recreate it in the air and then flip it over.
Right, so G.U.M.D.R.O.P does that, but before that, Jack was, like, tilting, trying to, like, turn himself upside down. The image is flipped, and it looks like the same image, only flipped.
Yeah, I didn't get anything from that.
Yeah, that's, now that I see it, I think it's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up anything either.
Oh, I don't know.
Halley, Cedar, we're gonna move on to the lands of gifts ungiven and keep moving towards the city of Ko to try to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
We walk this time?
I don't think so, buddy.
I don't know, I'm kind of like flying is growing on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe if you close your eyes, man.
With a feeling of unbaked oatmeal rising into his chest and throat and being real yucky. At the very least, with all of G.U.M.D.R.O.P's nausea, you do have a heading. Your next stop will be the land of gifts ungiven. Maybe you'll find more answers. But you know in your heart, whatever's really going down is happening in one place. And it's the city of Ko.